What is going on, everyone? My name's Boit, and I'm back with some more Age of Mythology. The Titans action spawning in the blue color, playing as Hades. His name is Gabu. His partners today in the purple color, playing as Set. His name is Julian Papa. And rounding out the team in the red color, playing as Gaia. His name is Oas. Their opponents today in the green color, playing as Ra. His name is Lewis. In the sky blue color, playing as Gaia. His name is Snow. And finally, rounding out the team in the yellow color, playing as Hades. His name is Rotio. Having a little bit of a sub here for game number 2. The map is River Nile. And TNT aren't going for the water. What is this strategy? Surely this was TNT's pick. They've got to have something up their sleeves here in this one. I don't know what it is. Hunting dogs? Chrono said exactly the same thing. I don't know what it is. What could they do? What could they possibly do here? Not fighting water. Okay, so here's my thoughts about this map. Sack the water, hit a timing attack. Very, very strong. Because the water's not that valuable. You're obviously going to be on the water yourself. You're not going to invest any resources in it. Hitting a timing attack is going to be quite good. Fast Wonder. Well, the water's not worthless here. The point is that if you go for a timing attack after sacking the water, your opponent has invested in so many resources to claim the water that your timing attack gets value. If your opponent doesn't invest in the water because you haven't built on the water, then your timing attack is not going to get value. Not only that, River Nile has got some really, really weird interaction between how your players get the water, because you literally have fish all down the water here. So do you go for the center dock and try and fight your opponent? Do you go down to the bottom and try and grab these spots? Do you come up here? Where do you put that first dock? Do you fight your opponent for fishing spots? All those questions are actually quite difficult to answer. So this map here is a really, really weird one. So I'm surprised to see no docks at the very least. I like the idea of sacking the water to some degree, potentially an underworld where everyone can go through or something like that. But I'm really not sure what the plan is here for TNTB. So we'll see what they're going to go for. I do love seeing the underdogs going for wild strategies here. But even after all is said and done, this isn't a particularly fast advance time from anyone. And Snow, in fact, he's getting himself very, very fast channels out. This isn't a cheap technology. That's a lot of resources there in that one. And I'm pretty sure PXX is going to be looking at this going, what are they doing? No, what are they doing? We do see the zebras have been found over here by Rotio. Oceanus coming through for AWAS first, so he's the first one to advance. Athena coming through for Rotio. The other thing is, the other strategy would be, right? Build fishing ships, sack the water but grab full town centers, click ceasefire. Maybe click ceasefire twice if you want Zeus, and there it doesn't look like there's a Zeus in the game. Looks like it might have been banned. But get yourself the ceasefire that, drop 3 town centers, do the like 5:15 advance time with 9 fishing ships into three town centers. That's possible for every civilization, I think. Straight away, dropping both the town centers. Click ceasefire, get a huge boom. Probably will be able to catch up to your opponent who has to build archer ships to fight you. and then go for a kind of Mythic Age timing with Underworld. Could be a way to go. And we are indeed seeing Snow going for a fast second town center. And PXX isn't falling for this at all. They haven't built a single thing here. We see a transport ship up for AWAS. He's going to be making the migration at this moment across and immediately going for the land. Excuse me. Always comes in two. All right. The other thing here is like Julian Papa could potentially just shifting sands these villages over here and take this town center as well. Oh, the Carnivora. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oceanus strikes again. Oceanus strikes again. Oceanus is a really strong god. I think she's been disrespected for way too long because of how good Prometheus is, but we do see the Automaton going to come in here to take this one out. OAS could heal this up. It wouldn't be able to keep it healed for very long, but it would help maybe save it another hit as well. Oceanus is a hit. Oceanus is really, really good. And we do see Snow coming through onto this position here to take out the town center with those villages, and he's going to grab it for himself. Now TNT is in for a really, really tough time here as the Wadget is over here. Shift your own villagers over here. Do something. React, Lewis. Do something. Oh, no. I think Snow was going for a fast 3 town centers here, and he has been absolutely punked as we see Oas going for 4 military buildings right off the cuff here because he's got so many fishing ships. Barracks are coming down here for Julian Papa. Second town center up for Gaboo. Gaboo's not even going to be joining in this game. He's going for the armory. He wants to underworld his way over here. Not going to waste the resources on a transport ship. Why do that? As this town center going to get spotted. Will he be able to deny it? Yes, he does. As the Mamilla going to start targeting this one down, and now Snow is stuck 1 town center as Rodeo comes over here to try and help out. We do have some spider eggs in here as a defense, as Snow going to come in here with the Mamillo, and rain comes down for Lewis on this position. This Papa going to be getting himself the monuments up, getting himself the barracks down. A little bit slow on the old monuments here from Papa. You want to be jumping in onto this town center and be pumping out those gazelles of set to get yourself a whole bunch more food. But obviously, being able to chop down that Gaia Forest area is going to be able to pump out a ton of those slingers. So no problems where that's concerned. As the town center here looks like it's being defended. Snow might be able to get it up here as Oas has to retreat back, but not fishing up these top fishing spots here is a bit of a blunder from PXX. They've got full control of the water. They should be using it, but alas, not realizing that that's the case. There's an armory coming down for Oas. Wants to go to the next age as well. And we'll see if TNT can make their way back. They're actually a lot closer in score than I would have expected to be at this point. The problem is that they've got this big problem of Julian Papa in their face here, with Oas also over here already. Irrigation on the way here for Oas as well. He's going to be able to get those farms going at a big, very, very fast rate. Funnily enough, he could have just got some more fishing ships out and saved the resources, but it is what it is. And the other thing here is sorry, not Julian Papa, but Gaboo has just had a free boom here. He is absolutely gigantic, pumping villages out. It's all coming through in the best way, as Oas is now going to be looking to hit Rotio at this moment here. And he is in a tough position because he's got no units over here. He's actually going for the boom himself. Lots of farms are up, but we see the The Sentinels coming through onto this position. Villagers getting sniped down. And a little bit of lull before the storm. It looks like, yeah, Gaboo's just going to be hitting this earthquake. I feel like I've seen this game before. I feel like this game happened before. I don't know, do you ever get that, like, this like, deja vu? You're just like, I swear I've seen this. Even though you haven't. Maybe I've seen River Nile with Artemis coming in and the game ends just as the earthquake gets clicked or something, like an underworld earthquake timing or something. There's the siege works coming up onto this position here for Julian Papa. Whoop. Snow sneaks up, gets a dock. Yes. And Apollo coming through for Rotio as well. You just see how much further in front Gaboo is because he's got all of these fishing spots. The underworld does get dropped down over here. Gaboo here doesn't even have units out at the moment. He's just sending the fortress forward, the villagers forward to build a fortress. And in all honesty, he should just drop 2 fortresses here and go straight into Heliopolis. Don't bother with military academy, just archery ranges. Everyone in on Heliopolis at this point. Ancestors getting dropped down on this position to help hold the Ford Town Center as Lewis is trying to break through here. Gaboo drops Restoration down as well to help out. Maybe a little bit of overkill where that's concerned, but drops it nonetheless. Earthquake getting dropped down over here. Will it? Oh, Restoration down for Rodeo to try and hold on, but it's not going to be enough there as the town center does get taken out. Because now Snow is on this position. Heliopolis is starting to come through. Anything over here? There is that Chimera to come through the underworld passage as well there. This one Heliopolis is about to pop out here. Units targeting down that underworld passage as a Manticore comes through to help defend. Meanwhile, on this position, Julian Papa still holding on, and Snow does indeed decide in that moment to tap out. I mean, a solid game here from PXX. I mean, they were given the game by the fact they had that water. And I guess it's time to talk a little bit about exactly why we say you have to go for water. Now, you don't, like, I want to preface this and say, I hear this argument a little bit about I should, as a player, this is the argument I hear, and maybe I'm getting it wrong, but I should be able to decide whether I go for land or I go for water. And I should be able to have just as much success going for land as I do as I go for water. And this comment that I hear sometimes, I say, all that makes me think is, man, wait, so if I choose to not go for hunt but go straight for farms, I should be in front? Like, I should be able to compete? It's like, no, you should be using every resource on the map to its best usage to find an advantage in a game. So when it comes to water maps, you really should be extracting as much as you can out of these fishing ships. Now, that's not to say you need to fight water. There's strategies that involve not fighting water if you don't want to. Strategies like 402 advances with 4 fishing ships going for a rush. Strategies like fast heroic going for some sort of a timing attack. Strategies like a fast second town center, like we see Chemo doing time to time with his Ra on Mediterranean, into a boom where he doesn't really fight the water, just defends it a little bit. Those sorts of strategies, that's what you want to go for if you don't want to fight the water. And they're very valid. There is an argument that maybe fishing ships are a little bit too strong, a little bit too much gather rate. I can hear that argument. But the argument that I shouldn't have to go for water, I don't buy that one in the slightest. And I think we see exactly in this game why it's really important to, at the very least, get something going on that water. Otherwise, your opponents, they just get so far in front. All right, rant over. Let me know what you think about it. If you agree or you don't agree, you can see the difference in resources here. And I'll see you guys in the next game.